Hi, today what I'm doing is painting the Jealous mural. I've got the design, I've got the paints, so now I just need to get started. Whilst I get this wall primed, I want to share the inspiration behind the piece. It builds on the foliage screen prints I've been spending the last 6 years creating. But this time, the silhouettes are based on weeds. Weeds from my daily cycle route. I love the sheer strength of a weed that can thrive on a cracked pavement. We're taking something that people consider a nuisance and turning it into something beautiful. So, day one done. The primer's done. Took longer than I thought. It always takes longer than I thought, but it's done. And now I'm ready to do the sketching. To see you out, I'll show you some drone footage of the previous mural by Fox Fisher. So we're now on day 2 of the mural painting, and what I want to do is sketch up the design. That's task 1, and task 2 is check the colours that I've got. I'm not sure if the colours I've got are correct. I bought them off the website. The swatches aren't exactly what I saw on the website, and I think 2 of the colours are too similar, so I need to get them out, spray them, see what they look like, and I might need to buy some more paints, which is kind of annoying, but that's how it works sometimes. So this is my sketch that I'm going to draw. So we're now gridding up our mural. So the drawing I've done is to scale, and each square on my drawing is 4.2 centimetres or 420 mil. And then I've got a bit of cardboard, which is 42 centimetres. And that should mean I can make a grid nice and easily. I've got a template, and I've got a spirit level. And once I get that square grid, I can then draw the weeds within the squares. So putting the grid system down like that went really well. It's super hot up here though. The sun's coming down and reflecting right on my face, so I am going to get out of the sun for a little bit and sit in a really cold room, and I'll come back in a couple of hours and do the sketch. So once the sun finally went down behind the wall, I jumped back into sketching. I went square by square, mapping out the image with my Posca pens. Honestly, there's a ton of other ways I could do this nowadays, whether you're using digital projectors or VR. But for this specific mural, I just felt like sticking to this method. It takes a lot longer, but if you have the time, it's honestly so relaxing. So I'm doing some colour testers here. I'm wondering whether that colour's too dirty, but I also quite like it. And whether it... Basically, I think this colour could be brighter. And the other test I've done is here with the 2 blues. The blue is a lot brighter than I thought. Basically, I'd prefer this colour to be a few shades lighter in like opacity, so like a bit whiter. So I've drawn up the sketch. I'm still not sure about the colours. I've done some testers, but we'll have to see. And I think I'll know when I get painting. The paint shops are shut now anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's a tomorrow problem. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. So I've just been to the art shop to buy new colours. Overnight I realised they just weren't the right colours. It's like a mustard yellow. And what I want is a bright yellow. So I've bought some new colours to paint with, which should be good. Does mean I have a load of old colours, which I don't need. And I possibly will never need. So if anyone wants a dirty yellow, contact me. So I feel a lot more confident about today now. Now I've got the right colours, which I think are going to gel well. And the sun's not quite as hot, which will be nice. So I'm ready for it. Let's go. So, done a tester of my new colours, really happy with it. So this is the new sunset, this is the old sunset. The old sunset looked dull and just wasn't right. This looks punchy and it looks good and it feels good. So I'm up for getting started now. So I'm going to paint the gradient first and then I'm going to paint the weeds. I think that's the right process to work, but we'll find out.
I used the grid system I'd already mapped out to get the gradient for the background. To kick things off, I went with the bright yellow for the top 2 rows to create a really vibrant pop of light. After that, I moved down the grid, using 1 row per colour, until the whole piece smoothly blended into orange.
So, day 3 of the mural completed. I finished the gradient background, the sunset. That was way more difficult than what I had anticipated. But I'm happy with the result. I think I would do it differently next time, but I'm happy. And I done the lilac, first colour of weeds that I done, and I'm super happy with the level of detail I got. And that level of detail will improve as I get more comfortable with the spray cans. So I'm super happy and super pumped for tomorrow, really. I'm really excited about tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.
As someone who's never done a full spray paint piece, today was the day I was dreading the most. Did I actually have the skill to pull off this level of detail? My past experience with spray paint was a total disaster, so I reached out to a friend for advice. What he said stuck with me. He told me to stop trying to paint the final line straight away. Spray paint isn't like a pencil, it's about cutting in and cutting out. You use 2 colours to slowly shape your subject, layering the opaque paint as you go. That one tip completely changed my approach.
pretty happy with how it's gone. I think it looks really good actually, and I'm really happy. I'm going to come in tomorrow and just do some touching up and just do some final bits.
The final day was all about touching up those tiny annoying scuffs. Honestly, it's done. As I was fixing the detail, I wondered when enough is enough. I probably should have stopped half a day ago, but my inner perfectionist wouldn't let me. Even though the mural is rarely seen up close. Overall, I'm really happy with this project. I stayed true to the original design and hit the level of detail I wanted. My spray can control is improving, and I know the detail of my work will only get better from here. I absolutely love doing this and want to do more. It's so nice being outdoors away from the screens and just paint. Even when the city traffic got loud, it still beats the constant hum of a laptop fan. I learnt a lot about spray cans on this project. Tip for next time, go to the shop and see the colours in person before buying online. It's hard to tell what's opaque or transparent on screen. I also use low pressure cans for control, but I might try medium pressure next time to see if that helps with the smooth gradient. One thing I got right, buying that bright yellow. If I'd stuck to the original mustard choice, the whole piece wouldn't have had the same impact. I'm also wondering if using a VR headset would help with the initial layout. But honestly, my ultimate goal is just to freestyle one day, and a headset might slow down that learning curve. If you know of any available walls or someone that needs a dirty mustard yellow spray can, drop a comment or send a message. Thanks for watching and see you next time.